Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Tuesday. All right, guys, so as you know, we're back tonight for Anchor Watch at 11 p.m. Eastern with Jason and Josh. After 2 weeks off, finally, we get to talk a little bit about Below Deck. Now, another show that we've all been missing so much would be The Real Housewives of Orange County. And after a long anticipated wait, we have season 17 and we're getting into the thick of it. It's always like once you get past the first episode or the first two episodes, we get the reintroduction. We get the moments of like, oh my God, girl, how have you been? I cannot wait. You're doing okay. Okay. Give us like maybe 2 more visits and I'm going to rip your face off. Like we get past like the fluff, the cotton candy of it all. Well, now Heather Dubrow, Tamra Judge, Shannon Bedore obviously has hit the fan and they're all talking about it. Some of them believe that Heather Dubrow will not return to the Real Housewives of Orange County. Some of them are calling her the biggest disappointment. And some of them are claiming that she was on an island all on her own. So we have a lot to get into, lots to discuss. But before we do, you guys know how this works with all the YouTube shenanigans. Go ahead, smash that like button, show some love, and let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so Tamra Judge is coming out saying that she did not have the greatest time filming for The Real Housewives of Orange County this season. What's funny is we already covered a little bit about this with some of her other castmates coming out recently and speaking out against Tamra, saying that they felt like the majority of the time Tamra filmed for season 17, that she was inebriated, intoxicated, drunk. That's what they were saying, that she was drunk. Tamra did come out and say, yeah, I had a good time. Who cares? Nobody asked you. And if she's owning it like that and saying, hey, I had a good time, who cares? Nobody asked you and I didn't hurt you. What do you really say to that? She's not saying, I don't have a problem. She's saying that's my opinion. Okay, here we go. Ahead of the Real Housewives of Orange County season 17 premiere, Tamra and Taylor spoke about the upcoming episodes, with Tamra taking aim at Heather. They were also talking a little bit about Emily, Shannon, and commenting on Vicky's return. I'm in such a happier place now in my life. I thought it would be fun to just go back and have fun with the girls and not feel the pressure of my home life and everything else that's going on. This is what Taylor Armstrong told Entertainment Tonight. She said her life has changed completely. But then as she's talking about it, what's kind of funny is since she left the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she pitched herself to return for Ultimate Girls Trip, then pitched herself to return for the Real Housewives of Orange County. But when she walked into this, I think she was a little shocked. She said walking into an existing cast versus a cast where we started together, that's been a little bit of a learning curve. I'm like, wait, what are you guys mad at each other about? But that's why even too, at the very beginning of this, when we were talking about bringing in a new cast or even a cast member or a cast member crossover, like a Real Housewife crossover, it sounds so exciting. That was the whole, I think that was like the big, oh my gosh, when we learned that they were going to be doing an Ultimate Girls Trip, because we're mixing franchises that we never mixed before. I don't know if you guys remember, but this takes me back to Nickelodeon when they mixed the Rugrats with the Wild Thornberrys. That was iconic to me. So now you're bringing this into the Housewives world. But when you do it, especially when you're introducing the concept of taking one housewife from a different city and putting them in a city that's already existing and it has like an ecosystem, they already have like a whole algorithm of how everything works, then you need to bring a strong enough housewife. And this wasn't any disrespect against Taylor Armstrong, but we tried to go into this season with 2 big major plays to make up for last season and how bad it went. So we brought Tamra back, which was supposed to be this big opening moment that we had her do with the motorcycle, as we saw in the intro. And then we were having this crossover moment from Taylor Armstrong. But when they brought Taylor Armstrong, they were so focused on Tamra Judge's entrance and how she was going to come back and like bring back the Real Housewives of Orange County, bring it to life. We were so focused on this entrance that when Taylor Armstrong got brought back in, even Jason said this was the most lackluster, like that was her entrance. This is how we're reintroducing. This is the attention that we're giving to a crossover. And the only reason that was the attention that we gave to that crossover was because that wasn't a good crossover. I usually never agree with Jason on Housewives things. And if I do, it's far and few between. But one of the things that he said too, and it was a good point, was that they should actually just bring Teddi Mellencamp, just throw her into the Real Housewives of Orange County, because you know that Tamra's not going to stay friends with her the whole time. Something's going to happen. And she is so confident that she would rip all of them apart and eat them alive. So throw her in there. She would be so thirsty for it. She wouldn't be chill. She would be probably downright annoying when it comes to like the way that she would probably attack people for a storyline. But at least you would have movement, and you would probably be way more excited to watch Teddi than you would Taylor. So this isn't a diss on Teddi. This is actually, I agree with Jason. Let's bring Teddi in. As Taylor joined the show as a friend of, and Tamra rejoined the cast after a 2-year hiatus, this is what was said. I kind of came back not knowing what or where my spot was either. People danced on my grave when I was fired. People thought I didn't have a place on the show anymore. Emily saying that she danced on my grave when I left, I wouldn't expect anything less of her because we didn't really get along. I think Heather's podcast was the most shocking because I was like, wow, you know, I always supported this person. I've always wanted them back on the show. And then when they got back, they made that comment. So that was the most hurtful thing. She's talking about when it comes to her relationship with Shannon, that her and Shannon started off really rocky, and she wasn't even able to finish the first scene filming with her when they came back together after this whole friendship dissolved once Tamra was removed from the show. But now she feels like they're at a point where it's better and stronger than ever. Taylor Armstrong also said that she came into this season, season 17, excited to film with Heather Dubrow because she's seen her out socially. So she's like, you know what? We've rubbed elbows. We've had good times. We've had conversations. So we can come together and, my God, we'll probably have the best time filming. There was something evidently that was said by the end of the season. I believe it's at the finale. Something that was said or done by Heather Dubrow that lost the trust of Tamra Judge and Taylor Armstrong because they're both not mentioning what it was. They're waiting for us to kind of figure it out because that's their job. And contractually, if they ruin anything, you might as well just kiss your position goodbye and they will get fined for it. So they're not telling us what it is, but they're saying that Heather crossed them. And then Heather, well, the biggest question I think regarding her and a potential return or not, well, Tamra spoke on that too. Tamra said when it comes to Heather potentially returning to the show, they need fancy pants. She should return to the show. But she said, I feel like if she does not return, if Heather Dubrow does not come back for season 18, it's probably because of me. I might have done that. I might have been the one who ended her. Shannon Beador also said that Heather Dubrow spent most of the season by herself on an island, no friends, and constantly defending herself. She said that she does not believe Heather Dubrow will be returning to the show. Now, at this point, with all the drama, I'm just curious what you guys think. So go ahead and comment below. Let us know. And more importantly, before you go, don't forget that tonight we have Anchor Watch with Jason and Josh. We will be posting that, and then I will post in the comments of this video or in the description the link. That way you guys can check it out. But with that, guys, love you, and we'll see you so very soon.